evening, good morning, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to X Planet Live. My name is Lionel Miranda, and we are entering game round 2 of our AoS GT. On the table in front of you is Soulblight Gravelords versus Slaves to Darkness. All right, this is round 2, so these boys are doing not bad. This is only a 3-round tournament, a little RTT, and so yeah, they're rocking out. Let's first talk about the mission. The mission. We are playing Scorched Earth in game round 2, and what the heck is that? Well, first off, it's an 8-objective mission. The territories are split in half. I guess that would be horizontally across your screen? Sure, yeah. There's an upper and a lower half. Those are the territories. And, of course, they got to be 9 inches away from that middle line when they deploy, okay? All right, so let's talk about the twist. From the second battle round, at the end of their turn, after scoring victory points, the active player can pick one objective that is wholly within enemy territory that they control and that is being contested by any of their units. That objective is removed from play. So they can burn an objective starting at the end, starting at, I guess the end of their round 2. At the start of each battle round, the underdog can pick one objective in their territory that they control. Until the end of that battle round, they can subtract 5 from the control scores of enemy units contesting that objective to a minimum of 1. So if they see an objective that's about to get pounced on by their enemy, they can elect that one so that they are not able to then do the burning action, the aforementioned burning action, okay? All right, then how's the scoring go? Well, it's scoring 2 victory points if you control at least one objective, 2 victory points if you control 2 or more objectives, and 2 victory points if you control the most of the objectives, which is going to be really hard. But we shall see. It depends on deployment. Deployment can really dictate how easy that is. And then, of course, you score 4 points for completing your battle tactique. All right, let's briefly go over the armies, at least orally. I will post the details in the description of this stream in the next few moments. We are going to start off with Carl's list. And he is playing Soulblight Gravelords. The Ong is playing Bacchanal of Blood. Now, the Bacchanal of Blood gives vampires a +1 to cast and a +1 to wound. And that's going to keep that in mind as we go over the list. It is a 3-drop list. The Manifestation Lore, the Aether Rot Machineries, with the little gears that give extra bonuses to charges and what have you. And I believe Aether Rot Machineries, is that the one? I always confuse Twillet and Aether Rot. Aether Rot, I believe, has... I'll have to double check. But I know the gears are in there. Definitely the gears are in there. The General's Regiment is Prince Vordry, heavily converted model that you're going to see on your screen in the next little bit. The big deal is he will be able to potentially cast a spell that gives him strike first. And then we enter, who also happens to be a vampire, and then we enter the first of the Askurgan Trueblades. Now, this is a Warcry unit that came out a while ago, and this Warcry unit has the ability on a 4+ to hand out Strike Last. All right. Now, because it's vampires, hey, guess what? They get a +1 to wound, even though they're not wizards, so they can't take advantage of that part, but they get a +1 to wound, which is actually no joke. Then we go to Regiment number 1, affectionately known as Regiment number 2. We got a Bloodseeker Palanquin, and the Bloodseeker is also vampire, +1 to cast and +1 to wound. And then we go into Askurgan Trueblades number 1 and 2 in this, or I should say 2 and 3 in this army. And then we have a Varangeists, fully reinforced, there to do some super duper work. Fast moving hammers is basically what that is. And then we got the Regiment of Renown, the Summer King's Entourage, which is composed of a Crypt Guard unit, more Big Knights, and of course Ushran. This Regiment of Renown is absolutely ridiculous, probably the most powerful one, and recently dropped in points. Even though every other element in its list went up in points, the regiment went down. This, by the way, Regiments of Renown are discounted to begin with. This went even further down. This, to me, seems like a real automatic choice almost. It's approaching that kind of level of nuts. And Ushran is an absolute house, and he hands out a lot of strike last. So this entire army has been teched to be strike first and strike last, applying all these bonuses to themselves and denying his opponents the ability to, well, play the game is basically how that works out. And I do love that, though. That is my favorite part of, with this list. All right, so let's get into the Slaves to Darkness. Slaves to Darkness, tip of the scales at 1990, 10 points off of perfection. Boo, 2-drop list. He's taking a Manifestation Lore Forbidden Power with the bridge, being able to move his units around, and of course, having huge amounts of selection of a lot of these little endless spells. I believe he's got 4 or 5 of them. Four endless spells in the list, I believe. Anyway, there's a lot of endless spell space deniers. In actually the round 1 game, the player didn't use it for movement, but just used it to deny movement off of the opponent, basically, which is just absolutely awesome. General's Regiment has a Chaos Sorcerer Lord. In that regiment, he has a unit of fully reinforced, chosen reinforced, I said that, with a Dread Banner, which means his opponent will not be able to use commands while engaged with that unit. And then a Chaos Lord on Daemonic mount, who has Favoured of the Gods. He gets basically brownie points from the Chaos Gods to hopefully maybe turn into something special later on in the game. Also has Infernal Puppet, which will be messing around with cast. Now that is extremely important because he can hand out mortal wounds with that, and there's a lot of casting on the other side. In Regiment number 1, affectionately known as Regiment number 2, is another Chaos Lord. It has 2 chariots in it. Those chariots will be mainly there to perform flanks and zone out areas and screen if necessary. And then that regiment has a fully reinforced unit of Varanguard. That's right. In this list, we have a reinforced unit of Chosen, reinforced unit of Varanguard. He's saying basically, kiss off GW. I'll do what I want to do. I'm going to take this anyway. And just to remind everyone, we are using the updated War Scrolls, so this player is using it with the new points. And of course, he has a Nexus Chaotica for whatever that is worth. All right, the boys are continuing to actually deploy. Let's get to the table. Actually, let's give out some shots before we get to the table. We got Sean Blake. Hey, Sean, you sound like a rock star, that name. Sean Blake, man. Hey, dudes and dudettes. Hi, right back at you. Dead Man, yo, welcome back. And then Brutality, Pendulum Gears and Swords. Thank you so much, sir. That's what's in that list. All right, to the table we go.
All right, buddy. Let's have a good game.
Yeah, let's have a good game. I don't think it's too much of a surprise to everybody, but I'm going to do flanks. Set up for it. So I have 2 spell casts here, 1 here and 1 here. No place of power this game, so I'll go ahead. Usharan's going to go ahead and cast the Chronomantic Cogs on a 7. I have 2 spells with him, 1 spell, 1 spell.
The cogs are what? Just +1 to your spellcast, right?
-1 to hit, wholly within 12, for all my wizards. So these 3 big things.
Sure, I'll try to stop it.
Sure. 7?
That stopped.
Stopped. No cogs. I'll summon the swords with Usharan.
Yep.
On a 7 again.
Oh, I'm pretty sure.
We're out. Oh, we're in.
Nope.
Out. That's out.
Yeah, I'm out.
Yeah, we're out. So you are within of him though. So
this is his Prince Vordry. It looks pretty darn cool.
we're not going to be too fancy with it. We're just going to put it there. He's going to cast Strike first on himself. 9 + 1 because I'm not in combat for my sub-faction, so 10.
That's on the dragon?
Yeah, and
right,
you are in range, yeah.
That's 11.
Okay. Well, I guess I'm not doing anything aggressive this
What are you talking about? All aggressive, play destruction.
and she doesn't have anything relevant because most of my spells are 12. All my debuffs are 12. And then I have a horde killing at 18. That's 6s to do mortals. So, +1 save on Usharan if he's on a point that he controls. Save. There. And that looks to be it for me. Would you like to do anything?
Well, because I forgot, again, I'm going to nominate him to be
The
gods and
Ascension.
Ascension.
Actually, we actually forgot everything.
Yeah.
We forgot everything. So I'm the attacker, so I gotta go first. I'll go bodyguard these 2 units, and then because I'm 3, I'll go anti-infantry here.
Yeah. So I'll go here. Anti-monster.
These guys are both monsters. This is a war machine.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna go infantry, anti-infantry.
Anti-infantry. Cool.
And yes, he is under the eyes of the gods.
The gods. Yeah.
So his heroic trait will give him 3 points off the
To
hop.
start.
But we'll fast forward back to where we're at.
Sorry.
And yeah, I'll spend a CP.
Yep.
I am going to. I'm going to attempt to cast the stones.
Yep. Stone.
Grayscale stones. So look for 6. Nope. That's a 3.
Yep.
Have fun.
Wee. That's 12.
But I guess you can always tweak it. Yeah, you can always do 3 turns.
All right, as that movement continues onward, we got, what do we got? We got Dead Man chiming in, sad Chaos never got dragons. Yeah, that would have been so flippin' cool if they finally got a big Chaos 2-headed dragon. I know that's kind of like an old world thing, but it's such a classic Warhammer thing. And I know technically, I guess, Archaon rides a 3-headed dragon. And he's like the dragon, I guess. But it would have been nice to have a generic one in the list. It would have been so classic. Ushran, as in the Flesh Eaters guy, indeed it is. He's, believe it or not, in a Regiment of Renown. There aren't many regiments that include big, nasty special characters in it. But this one does. And I tell you, man, this Regiment of Renown is absolutely rock star. It is so good. And got a points drop in the recent War Scroll update, and I think it's in the level of Bonkers person myself. Is Bonkers broken? Maybe not broken, but holy cow, is it good. Holy cow, is it good. I want to welcome everyone to the stream. If it's your first time here, well, welcome to us. We basically stream games out of a shop called X Planet Games. We are located in the lovely city of Mississauga, in the most amazing province of Ontario, in the absolutely awesome country that is Canada, and we welcome absolutely everyone. Hopefully you'll enjoy the stream. We got 2 sweet guys actually playing their armies. I know them both very, very well. Very close to my heart, and actually, you know what? Both of them more or less started playing AoS in this store. That's where they got introduced, so that's kind of cool. Carl's actually on the Canadian Worlds team. I think he's coached this year. And Dave is just basically trying to get better at the game and putting in the reps. He's joined the team. The team is called the Avatars of Anguish. Insert electric guitar. And he's part of a phenomenal team of phenomenal people. Avatars of Anguish are really sweet guys. Not all of them are here today, but that's okay. We still got quite a significant crew of them out and about. What else do I need to tell you? Gorby's Chariots. That's an interesting choice. You know, Gorby's Chariots are interesting. I'm not 100% certain he's actually using them as Gorby's or they're just regular chariots. We could go check their list because I gotta still put that in the description. They are he's just using them as Chaos Chariots. I don't think they're actually Gore Beast. So they're just regular chariots. You ignore the Gore Beast. The difference between the two are the Gore Beast costs 20 points more for the ability to retreat and do some mortal wounds, if I'm not mistaken. I am not certain that is worth the extra 20 points, but in this list, he didn't exercise that option. He just took the cooler choice because Gore Beasts look really, really cool. And because they're both the same thing, guys, I don't think that's going to add to anyone's confusion. All right, let's get back to the table while I work in the background and get in those lists in the description.
7.5. So it gets me there. 10-inch counter charge. Ugh.
Honestly, I love
Ugh.
stupidly aggressive. So I'm gonna try.
I think I do it. Okay. Let's do it.
Goes off on a 3. That is a 3.
7 there. And 7. All right, that's my charge. Would you like to counter charge?
Nope.
It's like 10.
Saying what, at 10?
10, yeah.
Is it the greatest idea? Probably not. Yes. That's not a bad idea. They're gonna find us an hour. Sure. Plus 1 to wound, plus 1 to their save for the rest of the turn.
You're deployed, so you can't counter charge there.
Yeah, again.
Yeah.
I know.
Future Dave. Yeah.
Dave.
Yeah, future Dave move.
Yeah, I'll spend the 2.
Yeah. Whew. Whew.
It's a spicy.
Yeah, it's a spicy one. Okay, okay. Whew. God. That was a risk for sure. I'll start here in combat. Just pile in this.
We're gonna do the can only be hit on sight.
Fortunately, the last guy's not in, so just these two guys.
Yep.
Sorry, impact hits, 2 up D3 mortals. Nothing, because I forgot. And here we go. I will go ahead and all attack here.
I'll wait for the dice. I'm gonna
All out wait for the dice. I know you told me not to do this. Looking for 2s. Looking for 4s. That'll be 3 at -1.
So 5s.
2 damage apiece, so 6 damage.
6, it's alive on 1.
And the bats, 3s. And 3s. Looks like 3 at -1 again, 2 damage each.
Yeah, it's gone.
Yeah, 3 damage, or 2 damage each.
You shove them in one. See if they live. It's basically that. Yeah, shove them in one.
That will be my turn. I'll score a full 10.
Yep.
1, 2 more flanks. 10. Yep. Here we go.
I forget what the underdog is for this one.
-5 to OC. You choose a objective.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, one of yours. Yeah. What CP left?
I guess I'm gonna do not waver.
Yep.
Yeah.
Waiver.
Whoa. We'll start off by trying his War Scroll ability on the Chosen over 3 up.
Yep.
Yep. So they'll have a 5 up ward.
Yep.
I am going to roll to get some juice on the Chaos Nexus thing.
Nexus Erotica 5.
5 points. All right. Yeah, I'll spend the 3 right away. Give him +1 to cast.
Yep, makes sense.
He'll attempt to give these guys additional dice on the charge.
Yep.
I'll look for 7.
Nope.
That's a 4. Thanks, coach.
Thanks, coach.
I will then give the Pledge of Corn.
Corn.
No, I'm gonna do the Pledge of Nurgle
Nurgle. Yep.
on the Vanguard.
6 up ward.
Was that?
What does it give them?
Then 6 up ward, yeah.
And if they have a 6 up ward, it's a 5 up ward.
Yeah. That's it for my hero phase.
Nothing. Go ahead.
Nothing for you? Okay. Going to movement.
Ooh, we're going to leave on that point. How many people have you seen in Slaves of Darkness pick Nurgle? Eh? That's kind of sexy. I think he's basically got an understanding that there's an enormous amount of out-of-activation type stuff. And what I mean by that is he's got the other army, the opposing army, has multiple sources of strike first and strike last. So he feels that he can lean harder maybe on more durability and maybe force his way through it, I guess, is his approach, and hopefully that works out for him. I want to welcome Alexis back to the chat. How you doing, bud? What time is it over there? It's got to be getting kind of late, actually. I'd imagine, anyway. Welcome back. And Daniel, he sounds like Carl. In fact, I would say he sounds exactly like Carl, mostly because he is actually Carl. And then we got Baku Chai Dancer Moore. How he scored more might be first I seen, first turn, this scenario. Ooh, yeah. Did he score more? He did. He clipped that objective in the far corner to get more. You can do it. It really all depends on how the opponent deploys, and that's exactly what he went for. It's an opportunity to score more, and an opportunity to score more in this particular battle plan is absolutely huge because of how difficult it is to do so. So those extra 2 points that he just scored to do it is very, very big. And not only that, the unit that he used to score it, which is that unit of Morbeg Knights, who simultaneously also got on flanks, I might add, he can actually recur. So even when those things get cracked back and obliterated to oblivion by those Varanguard, he'll be able to bring 2 of them back anyway, which is just absolutely awesome. Prussian Warfare, I love Carl. He is my favorite French-Canadian Sigmar player. Little known fact, Carl is actually French-Canadian. In fact, that is actually not true, but he is also my favorite French-Canadian. I don't know what that means, but there it is. Alexis, 1902. Yes, yeah, it's kind of getting late, but not too bad, right? Ain't too bad. What is that? That's 7 o'clock? 7 o'clock isn't too late. So you got time. You'd be able to watch this for quite a while, actually. I forget that all the Europeans use military time. All right, so what the positioning is, he is just crawling up. He is trying to do not waver. So he's got to fight twice and not die, and that should absolutely be no problem whatsoever.
So the one.
I think I'm gonna leave the Chariot there.
Makes sense.
Correction. I'm gonna move the Chariot.
But just block the corner.
Yeah.
Yep, makes sense.
I don't need those guys. Already got these guys in my zone.
Yeah, just flapping about.
Yeah.
Just flapping away.
Like I need a nap.
Movement's all done, I'm guessing?
Yes, movement's all done.
I don't think they survive if I don't redeploy the Morbeg Knights over there.
That's fair.
6! Let's go! So it'll be a 9-inch charge. I'm just going to go directly away. might be a little bit.
That was an absolutely massive redeploy. Completely failable charge right now. Now, he will save a CP. Hopefully, the other side will not flub. But the Varanguard charge should be the one he starts off with, just in case he needs to spend a CP to redeploy. Alexis chiming in the chat saying that he would have not have chosen to actually deploy the terrain feature versus Feck just simply because of the fact that could give up a battle tactic. Got a little 40k there for a second. And to be truthful, there is no equality when it comes to these terrain features at all whatsoever. It is absolutely brutal. Like, this thing is not the same as the prior game, right? What are we talking about? I'm talking about the Seraphon Pyramid, which just spits out mortals, where most armies have to now cast the spell to do that. That piece of terrain just picks 3 units, and on like a bad D3 just gets the nail units that are close anywhere on the table basically for mortals. How is that even comparable to the Chaos Nexus Chaotica thing that does absolutely nothing really in the game except maybe once or twice and might spit out some mortals? Like, this is not parity at all whatsoever. I truly wish the design studio, if they're going to release these terrain for everybody, that they make them equally as good or at least ballpark good. So quite a bit of play there. These are not even close. These are not even close. I'm wondering now whether that Varanguard unit failed to charge. Well, I guess I'll go find out for you.
You might as well just roll it.
Yeah, this could be. Well,
Yep.
yeah. Poop. So I'll go with my guys.
Yeah, for sure.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They're contesting zone of control, so they're 3 attacks apiece. So we're going to 21. 6.
Every 3 plus is more than
21, and then hero champion. Where art thou? This guy holding some skulls.
Holding some skulls? There's a man holding skulls? This guy? He looks very champion-y.
Am I missing a warrior? No, I'm not.
No,
3,
he looks very
6.
champion. He's the most champion-y looking one out of all of them.
I am super blind.
Oh, this? He has a skull there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
8, 9, 10, yeah. What is he supposed to look like? Yeah, let's just say it's this guy. He has horns that have like shit on it.
Yeah. They want the internet to roast you?
Yeah.
There. Alrighty, so 3s.
Yeah.
6s are auto wounds.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3.
So 4 auto wounds.
Sure.
And then 3s. So we got 4, 6, 8, 9 at round 1.
9. So just the wards here because I'm 6 up safe. Save 1, so 8 damage. So 2 guys left. I'm actually going to leave the back 2 guys and not be in combat. Dead. Boop.
Yeah. So I score 1, 2, and fail tactic.
4 points, I believe.
Yep.
Hey, you can double without any penalty.
I'm gonna need it.
Alrighty, here we go. 1. 6.
6.
Yeah. I'm guessing you're going to double without penalty. Yeah.
So I think for here, I got to choose.
You are the opponent.
So.
Opponent.
So you.
You won the prio.
Yeah, but this doesn't take in the -6.
Oh, it doesn't?
No.
Ooh. No, you can still do the battle tactic.
Okay.
Yeah, you can still play the back.
Okay, what am I going to do now?
Well, that was a super clutch priority. Now, why was it? Not because of anything that was going to be able to die. It's just if the Chaos player had taken it, would he have given it away? Possibly. But you know what? He could have taken it and scored more again. Would he have done that, though, and sacrificed his battle tactic? Maybe not. It was just exciting to score more in this scenario. It's so hard, and he could have done it. In any case, this Slaves of Darkness player actually took the turn with no penalty because he's playing 6 points down. He hasn't picked a battle tactic yet. He's just trying to figure that out. He needs to potentially... he needs to smash those Morbegs, unfortunately, so that's going to be a big distraction. And those Morbegs are probably going to absorb the attention of those Varanguard, which sucks. Truly, truly sucks, because those Varanguard cost way more than those Morbegs. He can continue moving forward with those Chaos Warriors to the far right of your screen, though. That's good news. Get another charge and maybe... just get them closer to threaten that objective over there. Now, he's got to be careful of his spacing because there is a giant purple model in the form of Ushran on the table. Now, if you've not been to our streams before, we just basically stream games out of our shop, and you are going to see our customers' various armies in various stages. So in this tournament, there was no painting qualifier. So you're just going to see models that are just... again, in various stages of completion. The Chaos Army is looking pretty sweet. I can see where it's going, so we'll get more focus on that. I mean, look at that. These models looking pretty sweet. I love it. I love that. And when he gets those Varanguard up and going, it is going to look awesome. I might actually broach him on the topic of weathering as well, because I think weathering these guys, or even blood splatters on these guys, would look absolutely sick. All right, so what is happening in the chat currently right now? Baku Chai Dancer chiming in regarding the deployment of the terrain. He's absolutely correct. And then Alexis also saying it's easy to charge to score the primary from deep strikes as well, just by charging the terrain piece and then clipping the objective. And again, so right. Baku Chai Dancer also chiming in again. I lost a game due to deploying OBR terrain. These days I don't use it versus teleport armies. You gentlemen are absolutely correct. And then Deadman also chiming in. It's hard to tell on the new warrior kit. It is hard to tell who the champion is on the new warrior kit. You're not wrong. All right, it looks like the Slaves of Darkness player has picked Ordained Charge as his secondary, or I should say battle tactic. And Ordained Charge says, pick an objective controlled by your opponent. You complete the battle tactic at the end of your turn. If 2 or more friendly units charge this turn, 1 or more of those units are contesting that objective, and you control that objective. So the perfect storm has happened because that objective in the top right-hand corner of your screen, folks, is actually controlled by the Soulblight player. So those Varanguard are going to now move toward those Morbeg Knights, and hopefully he doesn't roll another 6. And he will be able to charge with 2 units because he's got a unit of warriors facing off against a tiny little unit of, I don't even know what. We'll see if we get a closer look at it.
Yeah. That makes sense. So we got
There we go, and then
Pledging.
I'll put
These are.
Well, give the chosen the pledge of corn.
Yep.
All right, over to you.
Yep.
Not gonna lie, I was kind of hoping he was gonna give the Chaos Warriors potentially a pledge to Slaanesh actually, for a 3d6 charge, and maybe 3d6 charge into that objective you see at the bottom of your screen. Now he probably has no plans to move over there because Big Bad Ushran, in the form of that big purple circle, is guarding that objective, and maybe he doesn't want to lose his Chaos Warriors. But if he times it right, aggressively moving forward with Chosen and then also aggressively moving forward with those Warriors, that would have made choices really, really hard. And potentially Ushran would have probably picked the Chosen, or at least try to go after the Chosen. So threatening that objective really puts a Soulblight player potentially big distraction. So that's where I was feeling it out. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Unkind man.
Thank you for hosting us, by the way.
he owes me a hug because I bundled a hug because I left a comment on one of his YouTube videos. He says he'll give me a hug.
Yeah. And a Lannister always pays his debts. Okay. Just that. Move him into the forest.
Yep.
That's why you roll words.
Aha, the forest meta.
Uklaman, welcome to the chat. Your comment regarding the change to the pledge for Slaanesh is not inaccurate. Rolling 3 dice and picking the highest 2 still does not suck. But what you're saying is having Warriors with a Mark of Corn is absolutely phenomenal. And you're not wrong. By marking up that Chosen, though, if he's planning on moving him aggressively, and it looks like he has definitely made them amp up. Getting that additional attack is absolutely no joke. So it's hopefully he gets to use them. That's the thing, though. I wish he kind of measured to his opponent to kind of figure out what the threat ranges are on him. He has put an enormous amount of buffs on him, it looks like. There's 3 of them. I can't quite make them out, but maybe I'll just go to the table just to check them out and report back to you.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it. I'm going to redeploy those guys.
Okay.
1. Okay, well. That's fair.
Shooting's done. Charges.
Yep.
Pledge to Corn, Dread Banner, 5 port.
Yep.
So he got off his ability on that.
Yep.
Yep.
And that's once a turn.
Once
The
per
pledge.
turn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The pledge.
No, yeah. I can't double up on it. If you allow me to double up on it, that'd be great.
You know what? Yeah.
Thank you.
No, it gets carved, for sure.
Did you see me try to climb your thing?
So we'll go here.
Yeah.
Don't suck.
Yeah, you're in now.
I guess.
Murderize.
Whack.
Super murderize.
All right, so those Chosen, the way he did it is, I don't know if you heard me, so I'll just go over it right now. He wanted to communicate to his opponent that he does have the Dread Banner, so he doesn't forget that he is pledged to Corn. And then the other buff that he has currently on him right now is a 5-up ward. So not too shabby at all. I don't think he could have positioned better, kind of inching forward. Maybe he'll tempt some units to come at him. And maybe he can redeploy. Here's where I wish the Warriors were also in that position I was saying before, just to be closer to threaten that corner objective, just to give Ushran something to think about, or at least a Soulblight player something to think about. But we'll see how this works out. All right, Deadman. Least favorite of the Chaos Gods. Which one? Slaanesh or Khorne? Khorne's pretty darn good. I freaking love all the Chaos Gods, but there might be some bias there. Thank you, Ukaman. Looks like you've already saw it with your eagle eyes. I just wanted to confirm myself. I wish the sorcerer ability wasn't once per army. Yeah, we were just having a conversation regarding that. It would give some other army options. Bakuchai Dancer, less spam trend this edition. For some armies, less spam, I think. Others maybe not the case. Definitely for Iden at Deepkin, you could definitely see quite a lot of eels. But I mean, is it an over amount of them? Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. All right, some dice are being rolled.
3s. So that's 7 Ren 2.
7 Ren 2.
3 damage piece.
How many mortals?
You're looking at 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 mortals already.
Okay. Oh, okay, that's pretty good. But yeah, don't worry about it. Plus 4. So 24 damage, right?
Yeah.
There's only 12 wounds, and it's only a 6-up board. So. Yeah, my 2 guys, 3 attacks apiece.
Just clawing at my ankle.
Force. Nope.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. We'll just...
All right, as the Chaos player deletes what's left of those Crypt Guard, Ukaman say he just wants to run 120 warriors. I'm with you, buddy. Freaking love warriors. It's Slaves and Archons has a lot to pivot to. I personally myself like taking still Varanguard. I think Varanguard are still worth it even at 680. Would I take chosen in the same list? No, I'd probably just spam warriors. I would definitely just bust out warriors. Not only are they super cool models, but they just have a tremendous amount of attacks. A 10-man warrior unit has 2 base attacks. On an objective, unlocks a 3rd attack. And if you give them the mark of Khorne, they can have 4 attacks. That's right. Those 10 men in the ideal situation will have 41 attacks. A fully reinforced unit is 81 attacks. 3s and 3s. Neg 1. Hot damn.
And then Ordained Church.
Yep. Okie doke.
And then I will make this one spicy.
Yep. Makes sense. Inches there. Let's go ahead and do fight to not die. Waiver.
Do not waver.
Let's go. She's gonna cast Cogs.
Son of a...
6.
Yeah.
I don't know if Cogs is 6 or 7.
I think Cogs is 7.
Let's see. No, not. 6. So it goes off on the 6.
Who's doing it? Ushi or the guy in the back?
Yeah.
I think I have both are in range now.
Yeah, definitely. There's a 30 there. Yeah.
So we'll try stop Cogs.
Yep.
That's
Stopped. Strike first on Vordry. 12.
I gotta stop
It's a
trying-
12. It's a 12. I'm +1 to cast.
I'm just gonna try, Carl.
Can you? I was like, can you?
Please, please, no, please no.
I mean, he doesn't hurt that much, so
I don't believe you.
he's just okay. Strike first. Ushran is gonna cast nothing. He's gonna cast nothing. Other hero phase stuff. I'm gonna on a 2-up lash the Vargeist. Yeah, they're gonna move 4. So I'm gonna move 4 inches. Just there. Just there. There. So 4-inch move there. And that is it for my hero phase.
I will spend a CP down to thrice. I will press this button. Oh, wait, I'm down to 4 actually.
Yeah, you're down to 4 because you're
Yeah.
underdog, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that could have been terrible.
To definitely not teleport himself next turn.
What are you looking for?
Oh, no, I'm just pondering something.
Yeah. Ponder away.
Yeah, I'm going to try to cast the Horrorgeist.
It's pretty good.
Huh. That doesn't happen. That would happen normally, but not with -1.
Alrighty.
That was fun.
6-inch move. There. You guys move 12 inches. Gonna be the spiciest guy there. There.
Oh, there's just one guy. Oh, I thought this was an actor.
There we go. So it's 8. It's there. Big Daddy Ush.
So, be your first. Cold beers.
It's going to be just inside of 12 here. Moves 12, so just gonna...
Do you want to? Are you
that's
good?
it, yeah, we're good. There. So let's save there.
And by that I mean
No, but I can land this way.
21.
yeah, well, I'm like, do I agree? Try to get
Issue here.
All right, well, this is interesting. He didn't dive in with Ushran. I was wondering whether he was going to do that, whether he was going to get tempted to potentially put his nose out and perhaps be cracked off. Because he could obviously redeploy back with the Chosen. I don't think he was going to planning on any redeploys from the Chaos Warriors. He opted instead to put Ushran still in a good position, but the distractions happened. There's an awful lot of resources now being focused on that unit of Chaos Warriors, and that is a bonus. The opportunity cost of the Varanguard going into that corner to do everything it needed to do, unfortunately, has put him way out of position. That failing of that battle tactic really cost him a lot of positioning in the game, but they do move fast enough that they can get back in this game. And to be honest, if he is actually angling on sending Vordry into his actual Chaos Lord, mounted Chaos Lord, I would just accept that charge. 100% I would accept that charge. Come at me, bro. Look at where the Varanguard are and imagine Vordry in base contact with that Chaos Lord. I would 100% accept that charge. All right, some deep strikes are happening. With that, there's been the classic debate between Chosen and Varanguard. My man says, Deadman says, Chosen are better than Varanguard. I disagree wholeheartedly. I think with the adjustment to the Slanesh pledge, it actually made that Varanguard movement even more valuable than it was before. I like the fact that the Varanguard have an inbuilt Neg 2 rend. And I also super like the fact that they have an extra damage when they charge. Combining that with the crit mortals that both units can do, when you crit mortal for 3, it's better than crit mortaling for 2. It just is. So yeah, I really truly believe Varanguard are the better choice, but I do understand that Chosen have more attacks. Just in general because of their quantity of bodies. They also count more on an objective, and that's not nothing. You know what Nab's objective is? Just absolutely decimating an opponent down to nothing. You know what does it better than that and more consistently? Things that move faster and have more rend. That's all I'm saying. What are we talking about now in chat? We're talking about Mindseer's Phalanx. Well, I love that model too. It's an absolutely gorgeous model, and I love the fact that they actually made 2 variants of it. So that's something. Some stuff happened. More Beg Knights came back on the table. Now let's see what is going to happen next.
10? Okay, there it is. Don't need to go all the way over. Charge with these bats here. 10. Okay. Get away! Get away! This. Charge Vordry, needing a 9. 11, getting everything I would need. 11 puts me just there. Charge the True Blades there. 9. Okay. I don't know if 9's enough. Let's see. Yep, 9's enough.
Yeah, basically.
Werewolf. 9.
Big money?
These guys. Yeah, that's it. For charges, would you like to countercharge?
Yep, I'll spend my last 2 for counter charge with Vanguard.
You redeployed them.
Oh, that's right.
You could countercharge them. That's the only.
Yeah.
Or all out defense, all out attack.
Do not do that.
I think they're all out dead. So
Basically, as long as they're holding
Mind you, if he gets off that counter charge into those bats, that's gonna be hot sex.
no, not holding.
What do we need here? 9 there.
Yeah. Oh, that's long bomb
Yeah,
there.
12 there. So 9's the shortest. Or looks like
I think it's
8. Looks like an 8. 9.
Yeah.
So 9, 9, 12.
Need 9. You made every 9 in start. I think I needed a 10 anyway, but we're in. We are gonna now use my charge phase ability to shoot your catapult.
Yeah. Let's try to.
Try it.
Yeah, because the vampires are Ren 2, right?
Ren 1.
Ren 1,
Yeah.
Dragon.
Dragon's Ren 2. Yeah, 6 attacks, 3 threes, minus 2, 3 damage.
Yeah, I'll spend the 2 to try to read a counter charge.
Counter charge. Oh, that's a 9. Yep. Yep.
Alrighty.
Yep. Here we go.
Here we go. This is bottom of turn 2. So, or round 2, I should say. So it's, why not, I guess, right? I was initially thinking, don't do it. Save the CP. Save the CP for what? There's a new round starting next round, so you might as well go for it, I guess. So what does that put Slaves of Darkness at? I believe that puts him at 0 CP. I don't know if he has any. It says 2 on my screen, but I don't think he actually has 2. I'll just double check that. Alexis, you asked me who the talking person is. My name's Lionel, and like in the Richie or the Trains, depending on how old you are. So, yeah. Oh man, this is big. What is the Soulblight player going to do? Activation now just got very, very interesting.
I'm going to trigger the Chosen's fight twice. And
sense.
no commands.
Yeah, because of the Dread Banner.
Dread Banner, yeah.
We're gonna throw the Dragon's strike first, so Dragon's gonna go everything into the Chosen.
Okay.
Looking for 3s. Miss 3 and 2s because I charged. 3 at minus 2.
3 minus 2, so 5s.
Yeah. 3 apiece.
5 up ward.
Yeah.
So 1 dead guy,
2 dead guy.
2 dead, and 1 guy's hurt.
So you can't pull from there because of coherency. It has to be in the front. Yeah. 4s and 2s. So 1 hit, 2s, 1 wound, minus 2.
Oh no, hold on a second.
Yeah, once you get to 6, you're fine. So
How many are coming at me?
1 more, and then these are 4s and 2s. I'll just finish everything.
Okay.
And 2s.
So each guy has
2 more, minus 1, 2 damage. So 1 at 3 damage and 2 at 2 damage.
So, yeah, so I have to pull from here, don't have to break coherency.
Yep. And then 1 save, minus 2, 3.
Nope.
3 damage.
So that's our guy dead.
And then 2 more at minus 1, 2.
1.
Yeah. 2 more, minus 1, 2.
So 4.
You're good?
Good.
Yeah. So that's it. 1 more guy. Yeah.
But coherency goes.
So if you kill that guy, then you're good. 3, 6, 7.
Then I lose the Dread Banner.
Yep. It has to be.
It has to be.
Yeah, it has to be.
I don't like it, Carl.
So that was strike first. I'll go with the Vargeists.
Yeah.
All attack. Yep. So there are 3 attacks apiece. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Looking for 3s and 2s. Crit hit 2.
Now, guys, when you're pulling out casualties, you no longer have a choice. You must maintain coherency while you're removing models. So that's why he had no option but to remove that banner.
Of anti-infantry. 12.
-2, so we're looking at
It's gonna be like, I'm pretty sure those chariots.
5.
2 apiece.
7 damage.
1 dead, 2 dead, 3 dead, 4 dead, 5 dead, 6, 7, 8, 9. One guy's alive.
One guy's alive.
That's not mine.
Wee. Alrighty.
It's 7 because
I'll go with the Lord.
Lord strike last.
Oh, he's strike last, that's right. So,
You have the Sork, the guy there and there.
yeah. Oh, yeah, I'll go with the Sorcerer.
Yep.
Yep. Yep. Three attacks on 4s. 1 miss. 3s.
Yep. 2?
2, run 1.
6s. Save one, take one.
D3 damage.
3. 6s. Ah, kills 1 and 1 damage. And come on. What are stupid guys? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And the leader 3s. Crit hit 2, so 2 crits. 1, 2. And 2s because I charged. 5, 10, 11, 12, -1.
Come on, little guy.
Go, warrior!
Last one, baby. Looking for 4s.
Looking for 4s.
Be gone.
Just barely? Oh no. Okay. I was like. Alrighty, you have your chosen.
My chosen.
Looks like 5.
Yeah, 5.
All out defense because you don't have Dread Banner anymore.
Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Champ. Alrighty, 3s.
Yep.
One mortal.
Yep. Are you done? Are you done?
1 and 2.
So we have 5, rend 1.
5, rend 1, back to my 3s. 1, so 4 damage.
Yep.
6s, save 1, takes 3. And I'll go with the True Blades. Just get into the forest. Everything into the Lord.
Yep.
I have 7 guys, so 6, 1, 2, 3.
All right, as the Chaos player swings into that Chaos Sorcerer Lord, here's hoping the Slaves to Darkness player gets priority next turn, and maybe he can get some sort of payback. But you see how the combination of First Strike and Strike Last just stacking on you. Even if he commits with those Varanguard, the Varanguard have to almost play around, and there's nothing to play around. I mean, they only got one option, right? It's to apply an Axe to Face, so they're going to have to close in. And on a 4, 5, or 6, they strike last, and there's a spell that allows Vordry to strike first. So, yowzers indeed. Okay, well, losing the banner was a big ouch. Yeah, it was the thing is he had no choice because you must maintain coherency as you pull out casualties. He could not pull from the back. One of the guys were commenting on why did he pull from the back? Because when he pulled from the back, he'd break coherency, so he had to constantly pull from the front instead. It's not an option, and that is a big difference between the prior edition and this edition. Ukelman has been trying to think how I recognize my voice. Well, have we met before? Because it sounds like something I've heard of on TV. I swear you sound exactly like Bob Odenkirk. I don't know who Bob Odenkirk is, but I'm sure he's a great guy, and hopefully he has a great voice, I guess. Ukelman, 3 damage from 10 block of Chosen. Ow, big whiff. Yeah, that was not the best of swings at all. And then Deadman saying how much he hates all-out defense. All-out defense is probably the most potent of your options. +1 to save is absolutely massive. And I wonder if +1 to save, all-out defense should just be changed to, like, I don't know, rerolls or something, reroll saves, because all-out defense on a 3+ save army is also quite bonkers. And actually I had a friend who was commenting on that, funny enough. He was commenting on the fact that he thinks all-out 3+ save and all-out defense is absolutely bonkers, and his suggestion was actually something like reroll saves. So that coming out from Mr. Michael Simeon, shout out to that man. He's actually playing in this event as well. Yeah, I think all defense might be a little too strong in this current game of ours.
6, and then 7, and then champ. All right, come on, lots of 6s, please. Okay.
Better than before.
Better than before.
Better than before.
This is now the second swing from the Chosen, because he did pop that resource. Hopefully he gets to lift that dragon. We'll see what happens.
So 3, 6, 9, 10, 11 at round 1.
10, 11, and 6 mortals, right?
And 6 mortals, yes. 2 damage.
So 11, 3 up. All that. So 8 plus 6, 14.
Yeah. 2 damage piece.
9, yeah. So I failed 4, so it was 8.
Oh, sorry,
Yeah,
sorry.
3, 6, 9, 12, 14. All right, I need to
All
make
these, please.
1, 2, 3, 4. So I take 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yeah.
So live on 1.
Live on 1. Ah! 15 wounds. Okay. I have a CP. I will.
Oh, what am I doing? I could have redeployed the Lord.
Yeah.
Put him on the zone and get another 3 points.
I'm gonna go ahead and power through Vordry, doing D3 mortal wounds into your Lord.
Yeah.
2 mortals.
Yep.
Last CP.
Just start screaming, what are you doing?
So I charge 4 units and they're all 10 or above. Every single one. And then I heal for the hunger. The True Blades over there will heal 1. Vordry will heal D3, so he'll heal 2. So he's 3 wounds now. This is gone. They're not hurt. And I'll score my tactic, but not more, so only 8 points.
Cool.
Yeah. So 1, 2 more. Not more. Yeah, 18 to 12. Here we go. Yeah.
5.
3. Do I want to double?
I rolled a 5. You rolled.
Oh yeah, never mind. It's your turn.
Yeah, Carl, take the double, buddy.
I thought this exact same thing. How does he get the choice? He rolled a lower number. Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, how well did that last turn go for Soulblight? It went pretty darn well. The fact that Slaves actually took this turn, though, you set up a meaty unit like that dragon. We should see the dragon fall this turn. We should see the Askrugan also get wiped out on that side as well. But I don't know. Scoring, he should score a battle tactic. Whatever he chooses, he could go potentially do not waver if he hasn't picked it yet. Fight twice, don't die is an option as well. We'll see what he picks out in the end. But yes, he lost his Lord. Yes, he lost some of his Chosen. But the fact that he still has a fair amount of Chosen is not a terrible thing. And potentially deleting that dragon and deleting a unit of vampires in a forest, also not bad. Bakuchai Dancer saying reroll saves would skew it even more toward high saves. Yeah, man, absolutely. I'm not arguing that. I'm just saying +1 save should change. Maybe all at the fit should be like maybe a 6-up ward or something like that. But by eliminating that +1 save, it would allow things that have no rend to be of consequence, or at least more consequence. I think all out defense is a absolutely spectacular option that maybe should be a special rule attached to models, but not necessarily a universal thing. But whatever, it's in. I'll take advantage of it with my Iron Jaws. I have a 3+ save. I don't mind that. What else we got? Dragons getting Spite Tongue Cursed, I think. Yeah, fair enough. Was it even the most broken combo in second? Leeches of the Gash. Yeah, fair enough. Alexis piping in. Did the dragon not leave combat with power through? He chose not to do that. He just chose to do the mortal wounds. I am not 100% certain why he couldn't just have left combat. But I guess he didn't want the Chosen to be, how would you say, unengaged. And as it stands, I guess it worked out for him because he's still engaged. I think he's given up on the dragon. But you're right. Like, the dragon would have a quick enough movement. He would have been able to get out of dodge and maybe start healing it up. He didn't move it. That's all I know. He doesn't have to move, as Uklaman also says. Rally would have been nice. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Is it Eric? I'm going to say it's Eric. Davendorf, reroll saves is so much more oppressive than +1 save. Yeah, you're right. I was just talking out loud, folks. I'm not game designing on the fly. I'm just saying it could be something other than +1 save, like a 6-up ward or whatever. And there you go. I think you all answered the questions in chat. Let's get back to this game. And I'm going to update the scoring as well and make sure that you all know where we're at.
Dice camera.
All hail Dice Camera.
Looks good. What's going to be your second? It's going to be your second. I'm going to charge it.
Gonna give. So I'm on 5 right now.
We're gonna put everything into the bridge.
So I'm going to give the pledge it to Zinch, to the Chariot.
Yeah. Run. Teleport. Do things.
That's it for my hero phase, Carl.
I don't have anything. Do I? Actually, I will. Go ahead and cast with Vordry. Vordry is going to attempt to cast Strike Last on the Varanguard.
Yep.
That is a 6. I think it goes off in a 7. You stop
Yeah,
me?
we're going to have to make it. We're going to have to check it.
7, so it doesn't go off. Yeah, you're good.
We're going to move it.
Oh, I go faster. The Nurgle. That's what happens when you're Nurgle.
Oh, I forgot something again.
What'd you forget?
My 5-up ward ability.
Yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
I'll put it on him.
Yeah, you're good.
Cool. There. He will retreat.
Yeah. Take D3.
Take D3. Two. He'll run. Another sorcerer run for 8. There. I'm going to spend a CP to auto-run the Chariot.
Sounds good. I'll hit you here.
So he is going to go math, 15.
Ooh, super fast. What?
To there.
Yep.
Then he's going to
Teleport.
bleep, bleep, bleep.
Blah.
So 4.
Yeah.
So the thing is, I can pick a spot. Within that spot, I can be wholly within 6 outside of 9 of enemy.
Yep.
So if I go here,
Probably somewhere-ish there. Yeah.
If you're wondering what the heck is he doing, Chariots don't teleport. Well, they do when they're pledged to Zinch, and that's what he did with the Chariot. It's actually a really cool trick to do with Chariots. I'm not 100% certain what he's trying to do with this particular move, but with Chariots, especially when they're on the flanks like that, you can complete a battle tactic, tag an objective. All of a sudden, these Chariots just leaping and teleporting across the board is actually really, really good. There's no two other ways to put him to say anything else about that. I really like the Marcus Zinch because it just comes out of left field. Most players are not even accounting for it because they're just so used to pledging to Slanesh and pledging to Khorne that they're not considering the Zinch. And I think it's one of the really, really cool adjustments the design team did with the actual Slaves of Darkness book. I know it was all the books have been relatively cut and paste, some more than others, but the Slaves of Darkness did get a lot of really neat little adjustments. And the pledging of the marks is definitely the thing I like most about the current book.
I'll trigger their fight twice.
My combat phase tricks.
Yep.
No, don't fight twice. Not on that. Your chosen can... but I guess he is strike first, and he was worried that it's only got a handful of wounds, man. No, don't do it. Just don't do it. Deadman. Makes Tzeentch actually useful, which in prior editions it wasn't. Yeah, exactly. That little teleport trick is super, super cool. And I love it on little scoring units.
Because I didn't charge. Ooh, 1 minus 2, 2 damage.
So force.
Yeah. You're good. Bites, 3s. 2s, 2 minus 2.
2 minus 2, so force.
3 damage. So just kills
Good dude.
And the claws are hurt now, so Roar Dry. 5 claws. It'll be 3s and 2s. 2s. 4 minus 1 into the chosen.
4 minus 1, so 3s.
Yep. 2 each.
So 1 guy dead, 1 guy's hurt.
Yep. And that's Vordrai.
Probably going the double fight on the Varanguard is overkill, but
Yeah.
but
You gotta guarantee it.
yeah, I'm down like what by 6 right now.
Down by 6, correct.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. He realizes he made a mistake. He really needed that double fight when facing off against Ushran. Really, really unfortunate that he actually chose to pop it right there. Well, we'll see where this goes. His battle tactic is slay the entourage, which he should get without much issue. We'll see where the dice crumble.
He's dead.
okay.
So these guys, I'm just gonna keep it as is.
I am hoping he at least activated with the Chosen before the Varanguard. I hope that's the case. I don't know if that's the case, but I hope that's the case. Because the Chosen would have had enough power to lift what's left of Vordrai, and then he could just activate the Varanguard and absolutely delete the absolute bejesus out of those Skurgan vampires. So hopefully he had done that. We'll see how this goes.
Yeah.
Nope. So there's 2,
And
you
then
said
1
minus
minus
2.
2, 1 damage.
So 5s. We're good.
So 2 damage.
Before I got heated by Varanguard.
I mean, no, the Chosen fought twice. Chosen fought twice on his turn, then fought again. So 3 combats. Yeah. He had strike first, so he killed
Yeah.
5 guys. Killed 5 Chosen. He's okay.
But then he got heated.
But then he got yeeted into the surface of the sun. And then now these guys are gonna get yeeted into the surface of the sun.
Varanguard got a fight still.
Yeah, double fight.
Oh god.
Yeah, they're gonna get yeeted
so bad.
into the sun. Yeah, for sure.
Go back me into a corner, Sabetty. It's there.
Yep.
So
Minus 1 to hit.
that's 1 hit. So we're gonna have 4 6s are awesome.
Yeah, I'm 6 up save, so I don't anticipate they're gonna live. 1? 1 6? 2 6?
3 6s.
3 6, okay.
So 4s. And this is on 3s. So 3 neg 2. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18 in the
18
first
damage.
volley.
This twice. Save 2. Save 1. You killed them.
Okay.
They're dead. Man, they will not survive. 5 up save against Varanguard? No, they are
The
very
second-
dead. Second pylon, yeah. Into the woods! The Dennis meta. Gross.
Again, he's making me do this.
Did.
So that's
That's it.
it.
Yeah, you score 8 because you have Slay.
You did. You did.
Putting you at 20. I'll attack on 2 fronts, take 2 objectives off of you.
Oh, yeah. I got another 1 and 2 and disabled it.
This is gone. Spellcasting. Nope, not within 12, 18. She's gonna cast the horde killing spell
Yeah.
into the Varanguard. Are we even in range? Nope. Into the Chosen? +1, 8.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Isn't that
9, yeah. Usharon's gonna cast the cogs on 8. Nope, not there. Not that. No, there's no other relevant spellcasts.
I'm sitting on that.
And rally, no nothing. Yeah, that's it.
That wizard's gonna attempt to give these guys an additional dice on their charge.
Yeah.
So I'll go down to 2.
Yeah.
Nope.
Nope. No spellcasting.
No spellcasting.
Going into movement. No, nothing else, right?
Nope.
Okay, there. So moves 12. Let's move Usharon first because he's slower. There. This thing moves 12. Run the True Blades. 8. Oh yeah. There. Yep. More Magnites.
What did that wizard ever do to you?
The bats are coming. These boys will just stay. I just get killed by Chosen. If I don't roll a 4 up. Okay, now. They'll stay as is. This isn't relevant anymore. That should be it for movements. Reader boy?
Yes. The Broken Horn Sorcerer.
Broken Horn Sorcerer.
Going
4.
for
Yeah. Bye.
No means no.
Bye. See you later. No shooting. No shooting.
Shooting.
Charges. We'll charge with Mr. Usharon first.
Yep.
7. He's in. 7. Puts me there. There. Charge with Palanquin, 6. Just gonna sit beside Mr. Ush. And swords, 9. Fuck your sorcerers. Fuck the sorcerers. More big knights. 9 as well. Gonna charge your terrain piece. Let's do this.
All right. The Slaves to Dark, I should say, the Soulblight player doing exactly what Alexis in the chat was mentioning before with the terrain piece, or how Ukamon was also commenting. I was, if I remember correctly, having that terrain piece right there just made that so much easier to accomplish. He nabs that objective. He's going to be completing his battle tactic, attack on 2 fronts, which is basically complete the battle tactic at the end of your turn if you control 2 or more objectives that you did not control at the start of your turn. And at least one of those objectives was controlled by your opponent. He'll do that quite handedly. He will definitely get 1, 2, and more. The only real bright spot in this is his 2 hammers are still more or less intact. 5 chosen are still absolutely no joke. Both have popped their abilities, which is the tragedy of it all. Currently, the Chaos player controls 1 objective and 1 objective only.
Carl.
All right, we're going to make the Chariot strike last. Nope, strike's normal. We'll start with the swords first. We're gonna go into the Sorcerer.
Cool. I'm gonna go all out defense.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 3s and 3s. 3 mortal wounds. From the...
Okay.
Yep.
So 3 more. He takes 3.
Yeah, I think he's dead.
He gone.
Yep.
Oh, he has 5 on board.
Oh. You can't ward against the swords. Dead.
I know it's past 5 minutes, but I'm still trying. So it's the swords, eh?
Yep, that's the swords. 12 attacks, 3s and 3s. You have your Chariot.
Yes,
And the Chosen.
Carl, buddy. I'm going to show you what could go
The
down.
Chariot does?
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll put all in the Ushran because he's unpainted. He doesn't...
Yeah.
Coming at you.
He doesn't deserve to live.
Coming at the Greatblade. 4s. 2 hits.
Yep.
Winning on 3s.
Yep.
1. Round 1.
5. You're good.
Fine. I'll hit you with the licorice whip. 4s.
The liquor.
4s. 1. No rend.
4 up. It looks like it goes through.
1 damage.
5 up. Yeah, you do 1 damage. Yeah.
And then the Gorbeast pony, which is not a Gorbeast, but it's a pony. 5s. 1. 3s. No rend.
4.
Oh.
No. Oh. 5.
Oh.
Is that 5 at work?
Nope.
No, it can't roll. Yeah, it takes another damage.
Take that, Ushran.
Just getting beat up by a Chariot. We'll go.
You got whipped and stomped by a horse.
This got summoned by the Sorcerer that's dead?
Yeah, that's correct, yes.
Yes. So I'm just gonna pile in like so I'm on the point. Ushran! Disappointing every single time I fight with him. 3s. Okay, well, not disappointing that. 2s. 4 minus 2.
4 minus what?
2.
Oh, I thought you said 3.
Yeah, minus 2.
2, so 6s, baby.
3, 6, 9, 12.
We don't have to talk about it.
Explosion.
But hey, he knows that he got hit by a licorice whip.
He got stomped by a horse and he got licorice whipped.
Yeah, yeah, we'll go Chosen now.
Yep.
Might as well punch some swords.
Yep.
More importantly, he actually gets to eke out some movement on his opponent's turn. There's another priority here. I'm not sure. The issue here is the Slaves of Darkness player does not have enough units to do anything with. He's got annoying units on his own objectives, and he needs to project out, and he cannot do both those things. Luckily, though, he did put a big juicy target in the form of Ushran and those Vargeist on one objective, so maybe he could just focus on that and get one objective back and maybe delete some stuff. That is what his army is designed for. So the problem is, of course, is all that strike first, strike last business that that the tech that's happening in this list.
I will give you the turn.
Give me the turn.
Yeah, I think I have to.
You're a gracious host.
Do not want to double.
Guess I'm going to take their land.
Take their land. Which piece?
We'll take. Yeah. Yeah, we'll take the forest on the far corner.
Yeah.
I think it's the safest play.
I do this.
So try to get some juice on the train piece.
Juice.
Well, of course. That's fine. It's fine.
It's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's good.
So we'll try to give a 5-up order to the Vanguard.
Yeah.
Nope.
Nope.
Oh my God. I know numbers.
Yeah.
We'll try the additional dice on the charge on the Vanguard.
Yep.
That is a 6. Doesn't happen.
I'll try to unbind.
What doesn't happen?
Oh, it doesn't happen.
No,
Okay.
it does not.
7. Okay. Never mind.
I'm going to give my last Sorcerer pledges to Zinch.
Yeah.
And that's my hero phase.
Sure. I'm going to countercast with the Palanquin.
Yep.
I'm going to do -1 damage on the Chosen. +1, -1. Nope. Need a 7. Doesn't go off. And I'm going to rally Usharan. So,
Oh, I
be it.
forgot to rally. Oh, well.
2, 4, 6. He's full.
Yeah, I should have rallied as well.
Yeah. Go ahead. It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. You have 5 CP.
You're a gracious host.
Bow.
Not Lionel,
Bow. Not Lionel.
Not
that Lionel guy?
That Lionel guy? He's like, oh, look at me, I'm Lionel.
Team Portugal's Lionel
So
Miranda.
Chosen going to attempt. So I think I have 1 wound. Oh my God.
Nothing?
I
What?
heal 1.
Yeah.
So glad I spent the CB for that.
Ah, you are wounded though, so.
It's the little victories, right, Carl? Alrighty, let's do some movement.
Whoa.
So, Sorcerer is going to run. So I'm going to do that first. 6.
Really
and then
fast.
he's going to do his teleport, which is 10.
Yeah. 16 plus
21.
whatever your move is. Yeah,
Yeah.
21. Yeah.
So Screep.
Fly away.
Shreedoom.
Yep.
All right, as we head into the movement, that missing of that rally was just such a big deal. It was such a big deal. What what did he choose to rally with? Because Carl gave it to him. What did he choose to rally with? He didn't rally his chosen, I can tell you that. All right, so what could he have done? If he rallied his chosen, he would have got the banner, as my man Uklaman pointed out in chat. And that banner is in the form of a Dread banner, and that would have been a big deal. Big deal. So what's happening? Oh, that is an interesting choice. He's sending his Varanguard south. South, and if you don't know what south is, obviously it's to the bottom of your screen, folks. Top of your screen is north. What else would it be? I thought maybe he was going to commit into Ushran, but Ushran does threaten the strike last, and maybe he's not a fan of that. Now, Ushran is not super quick, so he's planning on, I guess, charging those Tuscugan vampires, gray unpainted vampires that I can make fun of Carl. How dare he? Of course, he's about to get rocked by gray unpainted Varanguard. So there you go. I guess it's even. So maybe he can nab an objective, so he'll get 1 to not more. Definitely not more. But he will take their land. And he will nibble at another unit, taking another tool off of the Soulblight Gravelords tool belt. I just kind of wish that the Chosen weren't where they were. Well, I wish they had rallied. That would be one thing I wish. I wish he had actually moved back and potentially try to go for a big charge on those Morbegs in the corner. I don't know. It would have put him out of position, though, so I guess that would have been kind of shitty. But just get him out of the way. As it stands right now, those Chosen are acting like a big stepping stone for other units in his list. And that would be the downside. He does have priority, and Slaves of Darkness player does have 3 CP. Hopefully he doesn't use all-out attack, because I don't think he needs it. Oh, what am I saying? He can't even redeploy to countercharge the next following turn anyway. Oh, did he make it? Nice! He executed a great charge. Well, you know what, Lyle? Why don't you just stop talking and let's get back to this table.
So that's it.
Yeah, I only have 1 CP, so I can't countercharge. So.
Cool. I think those vampires hit harder than...
She has 5 attacks, 3s, -1/2 damage. Or 15 attacks, 20 attacks.
Yep. You know what? I've done the math. We figured it out.
And that, in fact, it hits harder than that. Yeah. It's Joe, yeah.
2, 3,
1 Joseph Pagano.
4, 5.
It'll fit better too once I rebase him in 160. Because yeah.
All right.
I just keep him.
So 3s, mortals are awesome.
Ripperoni. 9.
9 so far, yes.
Yeah. It's gonna be Ripperoni over here.
3s. So we got 4 -2.
4 -2, so 4 + 3, 7, 21 damage?
Yep.
Okay. I just have wards.
Yep.
10, so this, and then 11. So save 2, then 11. Save 4 in total, so 17 damage. I'm 18 wounds.
Oh, I got the ponies too.
Oh yeah, go ahead with the ponies. I have 1 wound left.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 4s.
Yeah, don't worry about it. It's -1 damage.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, don't worry about it.
Cool.
Yep. Sleety.
Yeah, Walt Disney's Haunted Mansion gets to fight
Yep.
next.
5 3s, crit hit 2.
I'll go defense here.
Yep, for sure.
Actually, no. No, I do not. I don't want to do nothing, Carl.
3s, 3 at -1.
3 minus 1, so force.
2 damage each, 6 damage. Let's go.
Wow.
You made fun of her.
Yeah.
That's what you get. 4s and 4s, no rend. Yeah. 4s, 4s. Nothing. Look at that.
All right, no go.
You're right, right? I'll let them know. We're saying it's round 1 barbecue after. We're going to eat all the meat. All of it, Dave. All the meat.
Okay.
You want to come Korean barbecue?
We'll see how I'm feeling. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going all attack here.
Defense.
2.
I want all defense. I don't care. No, I will not all defense.
Okay.
Save my CP here.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
you did
yeah.
it for you, yeah.
2s. 3s. So you got 3, 6, 8, around 1.
8, 5 ups. Hey. 5. So 10, 14 damage.
Yeah.
3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 14. She's 12 wounds, so I have to save 3 here. I save 1, she's dead. All right.
That's it. I have 1, 2, and tactic.
For 8, yeah. Yep. Alrighty, let's go with. Just go ahead and roll your explosion.
Oh, sorry.
Yep.
Yeah, I guess.
the file.
Oh, that's there. I'll do this one.
Yep.
Yeah. Explosion, bad D3. So Ushi. Let's take 3 mortals.
Yeah. 5 ups. Takes 3.
Bird people.
Bird people.
To nothing. Vampire ladies.
If you're having wondering what the heck is happening right now, it's the Slaves of Darkness, their formation, Godswrath, I think it's Godswrath Warband. Anyway, what they do is they set up effigies on every. When they control an objective, they have the option of setting up an effigy, defiling it, and that thing is now cursed. And on a bad D3, it gets to do some mortal wounds, and it triggers off of every single one of them that he's defiled. So how cool is that? Just sprinkle some damage all around the table, which isn't bad. Is not bad at all. How well did that turn go for Slaves of Darkness? I think it went freaking awesome, considering how little resources he has. The nibbling, I think, did a great job. That was a super clutch charge from the Chosen. It's actually great, because if Ushran now commits into those Chosen, he's in the danger zone against the Varanguard. How big of a deal is that? Well, the scores right now are 28-28. This game's close, folks. This game is not looking too bad. Alexis asking, how's it looking? Well, I've just told you how's it looking. Jesus. Obviously, you're just joining. Yeah, it's not bad. Now, there's massive advantage in from the Soulblight player in the fact he has many units. He's got 1 serious hammer left in the form of Ushran. And oh, look at him. He is. So, no, it was going the other way. Yeah, that's the better way. If he makes the charge, he'll get completely within that forest, within a ½ inch of the Chosen. And now he will have his cake and potentially eat it too, in the form he'll be able to delete that unit and take shelter in the forest. And that is certainly not nothing. If he loses those Chosen, and there's a real good chance he will only have Varanguard left. And look how many objectives are scattered across the board. Almost certainly the Soulblight player will take this game. I think the writing's on the wall, but whatever, we'll see what happens. Uklaman, did he just rally Chosen and not bring back a banner? No. No, not. No. Let's see. Come on. No. Tell me. No, there's a banner there, right? Let's. There's a banner, right? Right? There's a banner. Yeah, he brought back the banner. Come on now. My man's not a moron. That's right. Woo! He brought back the banner. That's good. That's good.
Oh, God.
Bonk.
There's only one
Oh,
free.
okay.
One last guy. Fails free.
Yeah. Alrighty. Charges. Big Daddy Ush. 8. Comes back. Bat people. Double ones, but I am wholly within 12 of the cogs for 10. Alright, perfect.
You finally roll a low chariot. The cogs are out to fix it, no problem.
Yeah, fix me, cogs, fix me. There. 3 wounds on him. Go into combat tricks. They're OC1, so on a 2-up, you strike last. You strike last. We'll start with Usharan first. Dread banner, so I can't do anything. Looking for 3s. All hit. Looking for 2s. Sorry. Hang on. It's 4 attacks, it's not 5. 3s. 2s. 2. -2.
All right, as that combat is going, we pretty much know what's going to happen there. One of the guys in chat asked what battle tactics Soulblight has left. It has Inevitable Demise, which is what he's actually trying to complete right now. Mark for the Grave, Seize the Center, Slay the Entourage, and take their land. That's what he has left.
Yeah, 3s. And 3s. 2 -1. 2 damage each.
2 -1?
Yeah.
Of course.
2 damage. Yeah. And I'll get Demise. And 1, 2 more. Putting me at 38.
Roll the 1, Carl.
3. I will give you the turn still.
Oh.
Because I don't want to double.
All right, folks, this game is pretty much done. Now, why did he give it away? What purpose does it serve? Everyone sees the writing on the wall. This is, just to remind you one more time, is a tournament. And not filling a battle tactic is an incredibly important thing. There was no reason for him to take the turn. It literally does not matter what that Varanguard unit now does. He's got plenty of units to just simply, well, he could just simply go for take the center. I'll have to check to see. Again, I just reamed off the actual objectives. I'm waiting for them. They're still scoping out what he can do. But he should be able to complete a battle tactic. He'll control 1, 2 more. And right now he's leading by 10. Like, even just scoring just the objectives, he should win. He will win this game. Not should. He will win this game. So with that, well, I guess we're going to watch the closing moments of this game. I want to thank all of you for watching up to this point. Again, folks, if you're new to the channel, well, again, welcome to us. We stream games out of a shop called X Planet Games. And if you like the sort of thing where there's a little dash of commentary and streamed games, well, you found the right channel. We stream both AoS and 40K. Today, we have an RTT happening in the shop, but last weekend, we had a 40K GT happen in the shop. We run a tournament for both games once a month. So if you're interested in either or both, well, you found the right channel. Want you really appreciate if you guys hit that subscribe button. And it means absolutely everything to us, especially a new channel like ours. We are teeny tiny, but we can only grow with your support. It since you're down there, You might as well hit one more button. I'll let you have the choice of what button you want to hit. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Don't really matter to us. Of course, we'd appreciate more of a thumbs up. It'd just be absolutely fantastic. Get more eyeballs on our channel and get our channel out there. I want to thank these two beautiful human beings that are playing the game in front of you right now. Dave, who's playing Slaves to Darkness, and Carl, who is playing the Soulblight Gravelords. Again, we're not shutting it down. We're just going to watch the closing moments of the game, figure out where the score is going to end up. And then we're going to fade to black. And then the next round is going to start, let's see now. It's going to start in roughly an hour and 11 minutes. So call it an hour and 15. So right after this game is up, we'll be back in an hour and 15. If you're interested in joining us then, well then definitely hit that subscribe button. Maybe hit that notification bell to get those notifications. All right, with all that spiel out of the way, let's get back to the game.
So I can't go, shouldn't go this way. No. So we're going to start off by spending a CP to auto-run the wizard.
Oh, this is wrong, sorry.
Oh.
You did attack on two fronts, not flanks.
There we go. So I'm going to roll a teleport right now.
Yeah.
So 5. So auto running will get me 11.
Yeah.
And then another 11 will get me
Getting you there. Yeah. Makes sense.
These guys will move their 10.
Yep.
For you, I don't want you losing that. That's it for movement.
No response.
No response?
Nope.
Yeah.
Charge the search, yeah.
Try to charge the...
We're going 18.
Yup. Just be careful of Usharan, because if he rolls a 3-up, you strike last. If you're within 3 at the start of a combat phase.
Yeah.
You can slide into him, though. It's probably the best way to do it.
There. So we'll go bam. Bam.
That was a very nice thing. Obviously, it doesn't really matter, but it's a nice thing that he let him give him a heads up to know not to clip him at the beginning. He could pile in and still attack later, but by not being within combat range of Ushlan, he can't do his dirty trick of saying, "Hey, you strike last," by just rolling above the OC of the unit. That is.
Yeah.
What?
Well, that's rude, Carl.
That was pretty cool.
So I'm at 1 CP.
Man, this kid redeploys like an absolute monster.
Abilities.
I have none.
I have none as well, because you're outside of Utron, so go ahead.
Well, that's that. Alrighty. Yeah, we'll pile in.
Yeah. We know you're 3, so you can base into Usharan if you even like.
This would have been an amazing time to be able to attack twice. Not that it mattered, of course, at this point, because he's just being outscored and outpositioned, simply because he just doesn't have enough army left. This scenario specifically punishes elite armies. And it was mixed into the pack, yes, by this devious guy. But the guys knew before they got an opportunity to actually submit their list what the missions were. So it's on them. They chose to still not make any modifications. So hey, it's not on me. It's on them.
Sixes. All right, threes, twos. Numbers. That's
Yep.
it.
And then, yeah, the two.
Threes.
These dice aren't that bad.
3, 6, 9, 10 are N2. 3 damage.
10 rend 2, so I'm +1 save if I own the objective, and then +1 save, so 4 ups. 3, so 9, 10, 11, 12, 15?
Yeah.
3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 5 up board. So I save 3, so 12 damage, so 13 damage total. 3 left. Can the ponies do it?
8, 4,
Ponies are pretty mad. Mad ponies, mad.
so we got 5, round 1.
5 3 ups. Then 5 up. He'll live with 2 wounds. We'll go with Ush. 3s. Oh, I keep rolling 5 attacks for some reason, because I used to play him in OBR. And 2s. 3 up -2, Dave.
3 minus 2, so we're going to 5s.
6 plus 5, so 11 damage.
6, 5, 5 up board. That's 1 dead pony. 2 that's 2 dead ponies.
Yep. And then 6 attacks from the claws. Looking for 3s. Wounding on 3s. 4 more -1. 2 damage each.
So -1 before 1 goes through.
2 damage.
1 goes through.
That one goes through.
Sorry, filming tactic.
Yep.
Oh, there we go.
And then bats. Six. Looking for 4s. Yeah, I might as well just pick up the hits. These are the hits. And 3s. 3 -1.
3 -1. Force.
2 each. So 4 damage total.
5s. 4 damage. That's
4
a dead
damage.
pony.
Dead pony. So 1, 2.
I'm going to defile the zone that I'm on because I own it, I think.
You do own it because you're 6.
And we'll do the D3 mortals.
Yep. Can you kill Usharan?
Nope.
Nope. The bats aren't on the point.
Bats, it doesn't matter.
But you still get to roll for them, right? That was your roll for them.
It doesn't matter, Kara.
And then mine's just going to be fairly simple. I'm just going to take their land on that forest there, and I'll score 10 there. Good game. Land. Yeah, that charge at the beginning, I think, was the big one, because it put you on the back foot.
Yeah.
And there is the game, folks. Again, thank you very much for all of you joining us today. Thank you to these beautiful souls that played the game in front of you today. I'm going to deal with some clock issues, and then I guess we're going to be starting to stream. Sorry, it's not going to be an hour, folks. It's going to be roughly 30-40 minutes, give or take. Either way, though, if you hit subscribe or hit that notification bell, you will receive that notification when we go live again. That will be the final round of today. So hopefully you've been enjoying it so far. Before I peace out, Brutality Jenkins, we got 2 final comments. This is it. Countercharge onto the terrain to deny the tactic. Well, there it is. Rumor has it the next GHB will only have 6 objectives in the battle plans. Oh, that's interesting. No aiders, eh? I wonder if that's more like a product thing than it is a design choice. Like the product stuff is usually 6 objective markers, and I wonder if they're just saying, look, you know what? This matches our product. Let's just keep it at 6. Maybe that's why. In any case, all right. We'll see you in roughly 30-40, folks.